welcome to our Sunday chat. And I know every Sunday I do have my glasses on, but I cannot read the comments anymore with my old eyes because I will be 50 this year. And so I really need to wear glasses so I can actually see everything. Oh, hi, Carly. How are you? You can watch me today. No market today, my love. My daughter's actually at the Berwick market today, so she's doing a little bit of a different one over there. But anyway, today we're going to talk about, we'll be giving away some tickets for the conference. So I'll be giving away 2 virtual tickets for the conference. I'll also be giving away 1 physical because I've got one. Now, while I'm on that subject, I'll actually explain something. When, oh, hi, Lisa. Welcome, darling. Hi, Cherie. Hi, Bronwyn. Welcome to Sunday Chat, 11 a.m. In gorgeous Melbourne. The sun is shining today, so no jumper today for me. But I thought, look, I would actually just talk on here a little bit. When we sell the physical tickets, everybody, when I say that it's closing, like that we can't sell them anymore, it means we literally can't sell them because I've now paid for everything on the conference. All the tickets are final. There is no refund, just so that everybody knows. Because I've had a few people say, you know, look, could I get a refund if I need one? No. When you buy the ticket, you buy the ticket. It's honestly just like when you buy a music ticket, you can't, because we obviously have to prepay for the venue and prepay for the ticket. So if somebody decides not to come, my advice to you is, you know, message us, email us, and, you know, we may be able to help you by putting that money towards the next year. But, you know, that still means we've had to pay for your ticket, so we've got an empty seat. And that's why I am actually giving one away, because after I'd paid a week or so ago the final balance, then we had an extreme circumstance. So I said, no problem, we will take the ticket and help them out. So that's why I have a free ticket. So just to let you know, so if you can't come or something happens, please let us know so that we can help you, because if you don't let us know in time, then you're just going to have an empty seat that you're paid for, unfortunately. That's just how it's going to be. Or get a girlfriend or something to come in your place. Hi, Michelle. How are you, my love? So, yeah, so, you know, and it's really hard because this is our very first year of this conference. So having the first year is really hard to get it off the ground, to get people to see what it is and so on. And, you know, because we've closed the tickets, if somebody else has missed out and they want to buy your ticket, we're happy to do that. But at this stage, we don't have any people waiting for the extra tickets because most people know it's gone and they can't get one to the following year. Oh, from Detroit. Welcome, darling. Welcome. Welcome to our Sunday chat. Oh, that's okay, Michelle. Anytime. But I thought that, look, I just wanted to explain that. And it does say on our website when you buy the ticket that there isn't a refund because it's a ticket. And we actually have to pay extra money to have that particular app on the site as well so that you can buy the ticket. So I know it's a little confusing, but I promise you, if you come, you're going to have a great time. So I'm hoping that's the way it is. Hi, Paula. Welcome, darling. Welcome to our Sunday chat. So as I said, we're going to give away some tickets today, and hopefully that helps. If you win a virtual ticket, that means you can log on from anywhere in the world. So it's not just Australia, but all the names are in my lucky container in here, which we will draw out soon. So I thought I'll just say that. So I can't put any more names in, everybody. If your name is not on it, I did do a quick YouTube and something else to put you in. Oh, hi, New Jersey. Welcome, darling. Welcome, Elizabeth. Welcome to our Aussie Sunday chat. So now I've talked a little bit about that with the conference. Now, if you win the virtual ticket, just to let you know, a week in advance. Good morning, Christine. So a week in advance, which is only a few days away, you will, so on Monday or Tuesday, you will actually get an email. And in that email, you will get a link to the Zoom, which will be live. Now, if you can't make it to live, because I understand, you know, it's different times. If you can't make it to live, it will be 1 week after that you will get a separate link, and that will be a recording with some interviews we do on the day of the full conference. So you won't be able to push record on this Zoom. We've had to change things around just to do with the Zoom and the way it all works. And we wanted to make sure that you're going to get a full conference with interviews and everything, so we're talking to people on the day. So like I said, if you haven't for any reason or you can't, attend on the actual exact time, that's what's going to happen. So, but you will get a recording, so don't worry about that if you can't make it. But like I said, that's going to be a week after the conference. So you literally will not get that until like the 29th or something of the month. But the 21st is obviously the first one. So, and today we're also going to be talking about candles versus soap. What's better to sell? How do you, get those in a shop? And, is it right for you at all? So, because that's a few questions that have been asked this week. But without further ado, I am going to draw the virtual tickets. So actually, we'll draw one virtual and then I will go to the other one. So inside my container, obviously I'm not looking. And as it says on here, virtual, just so that I'll know. So this ticket, oops, I'm dropping it now. Now I've dropped the ticket. Oh no, let me find it. Oh, here it is. Oh, can you believe it? I dropped the ticket, but I found it. I couldn't not do that. So this one is somebody that has been on Instagram and has said, let me win the ticket, and it's EO Candle Co. So if this is you, you have won a first virtual ticket. If you have won, everybody, you need to actually message me, but I will go back on and message this person. So just message me through Insta with your details and email, because we need that to send you out the links through Zoom. So that is the first virtual winner, because we did have some on Instagram, some on YouTube. So now I'm sure lots of you want to know who has won the physical. I don't have that many names in the physical, which is kind of handy, isn't it? So obviously I will not look. And now this is the person that is going to come in person to the conference. So they've won the $225 ticket, which means they can win up to $5,000 in prizes on the day. So this person that is going to be coming, let me open, it's Jess Booker. So Jess, it is you, so from Insta. So if that is you, Jess, you are coming on the day. So we're looking forward to seeing you, Jess. So all you need to do once again is message me. But I'm just going to write physical on that so I know she's actually won that ticket. So that one is for Jess. And as I said, the other one. But anybody that has entered this, if I have another ticket that is, like I said, if somebody else can't come on the day, I will give away another ticket. So, and that will be given away by tomorrow. So anybody that is in my container can also win that. If you want to win a physical ticket, please just put your name down at the end of this video in the comments, and then I will actually keep that one as well. So like I said, now we've got, so EO Candle Co from Insta has won a virtual, and also Jess Booker from Insta, you have won the physical ticket to come on the day to the Brighton Hotel. So that's you, Jess. So now we will do the last virtual and then we'll get on the rest of the chat. So let me just open up this one. So it's Lisa Garnett from YouTube. YouTube. So Lisa, if that is you, you have won the virtual ticket as well. So once again, Lisa, all you need to do is contact me, and I just need your email and so on. So if you want to actually just email me, Lisa, you can also do that. I'll give everyone the email on here, which is AUSTSCC@gmail.com, and that's just the, the account as well. Oh, that's okay, Heather. No problem, darling. So now we have done that one. I may be a bit excited, and we might draw another one out at the end as well of a virtual one. But like I said, these two are the ones that have won, but I will announce them again at the end. So now we've done that. So now let's talk a little bit, everybody, about candle versus soap, because I've had a lot of people say, should I sell candles or should I sell soap? Like, what sells better? What do I make more money from? If I'm really honest, online, I sell more soap. I sell more soap and bath bombs online, but at a market, if I'm actually at a market, then I actually do sell more candles. So yeah, it's honest. And I think the thing is too, online candles cost more money and they're heavier to ship and people get scared about them shipping. So that's generally why, just to let you know. And also next Sunday, we will not be doing a chat because I will be at the venue organising everything. So next Sunday will be no chat. Just so that everyone knows that, because of course we'll be at the venue and you may be lucky enough for me to zoom a few videos out during the next weekend so that you guys can see what I'm up to and what I'm doing. But as I said, it's very exciting. It is the very first conference. So, oh, hi, lovely. How are you? Welcome, my doll, from the US. And anyone that's won the virtual ticket, I'd love to know where you're from. So, you know, whether you're in Australia or another country, I'd love to know. Hi, love. Welcome and good morning. So now, so like I said, you know, look, if you're online, like, so these are my new ones that I've just made, and a video is coming out on how to make this one. I've done it, and it's so nice. This one actually has 6 different fragrances in one. I blend a lot of my fragrances. So this is like a tutti frutti with some a beautiful, like an orchid and frangipani kind of back scent to that one. But online, that's what I do as well. And if you were also on my Patreon, you would have seen that we did this. This was our first live course. So this is actually a bubble bar, but I call them bubble bowls. And you can make a bar, and then what you can do is you can also put it in a bowl. So if you're worried about it being too hot where you live, then you can put it in a bowl, and this just has some flora. So all they've got to do is take a scoop out of this each time they have a bath. So, you know, think outside the box, everyone. Just because it says bubble bar doesn't mean it has to be a bubble bar. You can cut it in shapes or anything. And they're all things that sell that are different. So I guarantee these will sell. So they're my bubble bars. But like I said, inside a container. And it's just really easy to ship as well, because bubble bars aren't super hard. Although I do have a hard bubble bar recipe that I think I gave out last week. So just check out the video for that one and you'll see that that was a rose one. And I've checked them 3 days later, they're super hard. So, but to make them hard, you need to add more cornstarch, not cornstarch, more cream of tartar. But anyway, we're going off that, aren't we? So now, another thing people always ask me, is the market saturated for new soap makers and candle makers? Look, every market's saturated. If we want to be honest, it is. But at the same time, there's billions of people in this world that you can sell to. The one thing I'm going to say is just try not to do a product that you've seen everyone else do. Like, try and come up with something original, something that's different. Like, you can make a bubble bar or a candle, but just try and make your labels different or fun. Or like, there's a lady in the US I watched. I wish I could remember her name, but I can't. A video came up when I was watching YouTube, and she's made, like, her candles are all black and they kind of look like gold flames coming out the side. So that's really cool as well. So, you know, and that's the one thing that I wanted to say to everybody as well. Just make something different. So even if you're going to make a candle, you can be successful, but having a white candle is a bit boring. Oh, hi, Runwin. Welcome, darling. Welcome. Yeah, I think spell check must have called me Fiona, but, you know, I've been called Fiona heaps of times. So, which is a bit funny, isn't it? So, yeah, so that's the one thing I want to say. And I do say that, try and think outside the box. Please try and think of, you know, what else can you actually do that is a little different. Can everyone hold on 1 second? I'm just going to turn my air conditioner on because it's got to be hot. Be 1 second. Sorry, I had to sneak back, but I can't, and I forgot the air conditioner. Yeah, bloody spell check. I know, it's annoying. But, you know, that's all right. So, anyway, so like I said, you know, that's what I'll talk about. And you know what? The thing is too, everybody, and this is going to sound really bad, but so say, for instance, you open your business and you've got lots of other competitors, which we all have. the thing is, you don't know if they're going to stay in business. You don't know if they're going to get sick of it or things come up in their life and they need to end their business and then you're still there. So that's the thing why I say give yourself 5 years, because if you give yourself 5 years, if other companies don't work or they decide it's not for them, then, you know, you're still there. And that's the thing too, that lots of companies come and go, but if you're there for the long haul, well, you're just going to be there. It's like some of the soaping people on YouTube that have been there for 10 years. I mean, the reason they're successful is they're still there. Other people have come and gone and got sick of it. So it's the same as me, you know, like when I started YouTube, I didn't earn any money. I didn't get anything at all until after I did 100 videos. So this is the thing that I'm going to say, that it takes a lot of videos, a lot of time before you make any money. And it's the same as soap. You might make, you know, 500 bars of soap before you actually make any money. So that's what I'm saying. You know, you just need to be in it for the long haul, or else it's not worth it, because, you know, no business makes money in the first year. They just don't. There might be some that are super lucky, but generally they don't. It's the same as YouTube. Generally, you know, every month you might get a couple hundred or maybe even 50 only extra subscribers. So then when you get, you know, then it takes a long time to kind of get to having a lot of people watching you. And, you know, like even the Sunday chat we have on here now, usually there's anything from 20 to 40 people come on the Sunday chat, but then I have maybe 400 watch it at a later date. So you can't be upset with, oh, I'm only getting a small amount of people, because in the end, you know, other people might see it. And just because someone doesn't buy it, it doesn't mean they're not watching you. They might watch you. 6 months later, they come back. And as Ronwin said, so true. And one thing I'm going to say is, like the same with my conference that I've done, you know, even if I only had the smallest amount of people come, I expected that the first year. I never, ever expected to have 100 people turn up the first year. Because you have to remember that nobody knows about this conference. Nobody has seen it. They're just trusting me to buy a ticket. And that is what people need to understand. That's so important, that, you know, everybody can't do it in one go. Oh, that's okay, darling. No problem. One of the ladies just saying, you know, they you know, it's good that I'm giving them this perspective, because that's the thing. We all just think, oh, no, we're not selling anything. What are we going to do? Oh, you know, oh, you think, oh, I'm just going to give up. No one's bought my soap in 6 months. Well, if I had that attitude, honestly, I wouldn't be here. You know, that's the truth. I wouldn't be, because at the start, I made no money on YouTube. I made very little sales. The only sales I made is when I did a market, and there were some markets I did that I ran at a loss at the start. But it's not until you have that experience and, you know, you keep going to when you know, to show you how to do it. So I'm going to sort of just give you a few things that I've done today, and maybe that will help. I definitely do not know everything, and that's one thing I say. Just because I'm on YouTube and I have subscribers and I'm regularly on places, it doesn't mean I know everything. Everyone learns. I still learn every day. We all do. So, but you know, you've just got to do these things. Give it a go. I mean, that's the thing. As long as you do not take out a loan, and I have no loan. So even if I don't sell any soap, the worst thing that happens to me is I have to pay for my insurance and my website each month. So it's not as much money. It's not like if you have a loan, you've got to pay $300 back a month. You'd start panicking if you didn't sell anything. So that's what I always talk about. And, you know, one thing too is, why would you choose selling candles over soap? Honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. If you really like making candles more, sell candles. You know, you should love what you're doing. Like, I love my job. Like, this is my full-time job. I don't do anything else but this. But at the same time, I have a husband that has a full-time job. So we live on his wage, and mine goes into the business and later on will pay me. But I've still not taken a wage after years. So, you know, probably next year I will take a wage. But at the moment, no. And that's what I want people to understand, that it takes years and you have to be really, really dedicated. Otherwise, you'd just get sick of it. You'd burn out and give up. But I'm too stubborn to give up, everybody. And the ones that make it are the ones that, you know, I have just said, we're not giving up. We're going to keep doing this. So that's one thing that I want to say. And, you know, look, most people will start off as a candle maker or a soap maker. But, usually they combine everything together because they realize that, you know, if someone comes on your site and they don't want soap, they might want a candle. Or if they don't want a candle, they might want a soap. So then you've got 2 or 3 different items that you're offering people, not just one. So if someone's not a candle maker, well, you know, not a candle buyer, well, they're not going to buy that if you only have candles and you've lost a sale. So that's what I always say. Think of other products, and you don't have to have as much as me. This year I have had massive sales to try and cut down my stock because I had so much from making things on YouTube. So you can start off small. You can start off, some of the biggest companies only have 3 products on their line. So, yeah, so don't worry about that either. Now, another thing is how to get your products into a shop. I get asked all the time. I think I did do a video on it once. But basically, you just have to ask. I mean, go past a shop. If you think your candles will go into it, I'd just literally go there, email, you know, whoever the big manager is, but go in there and say, can I make an appointment to talk to somebody? You know, go in with some paper or a business card or whatever and say, I'd love my stuff to be on in here. Even if it's on consignment, you get paid when it's sold. And I've done that. My things are in a barber shop. And when they sell, then I get my check at the end of the month. And so that's the thing too, everybody, that, you know, you just need to be consistent on asking people because, you know, you don't ask, you don't get. So, I mean, the worst thing that's going to happen is you feel a bit embarrassed and you go, okay, they don't want my stuff, fine, and walk away. But they might want your things, everybody. Yeah, that's right. A lot of people do ask for goat's milk, but for sensitive skin, I do a goat's milk. Honestly, it's not a massive seller, but for my wholesale clients, it is. They buy a lot of it. You know, but, you know, the wholesale clients I get, usually when I get them, they'll buy, for instance, 5 to 10 different soaps, and they'll always carry that same line of soap. But you've got to remember at Christmas, you'll sell out. Like I couldn't keep up at Christmas, but now there's no sales because we're at that time of the year where there's, well, not none, but no, very little sales because that's what happens at this time of the year. People don't need things as much. So, yeah, so do remember that. And, you know, don't just make something because someone says, hey, I really want that. Not everyone wants that. So, and just because somebody says they want it, well, you can't make it to sell to one person. I used to do that at the start. Now I don't. I just say, no, this is actually my line. So even going forward for wholesale, it'd be like, no, this is what I do. I'm not going to be making special things for people because otherwise it ends in disaster. So, yeah, that's definitely something that I suggest to just stick with what you think is what you want or what your target market wants. Don't make special things because you're just wasting your time. It's so much energy and time and research. And then you're going to sell maybe one soap out of that batch. Yeah, well, that's great. Work on your line. Decide what you want to sell. Don't let anyone else kind of make you think what you want to sell. But do research, you know, your target market, what you think your market wants, and so on. Because, you know, one thing that when I started, I was like, oh, I love the color pink. I want everything to be pink. But you've got to be realistic. Just because I like it, you know, might be 50 other people that hate it. And at the end of the day, you know, you need to actually sell what people are going to buy. So it really, you know, I always say this, it doesn't matter what I like. It matters what people like. So, you know, of course you've got to love it too. But at the end of the day, like for instance, you know, things like sandalwood, I can't stand the smell. What percentage rate? Usually I charge them half. So, yeah, so usually half. So to give you an idea, like my soap like this is $8.99 online, and I think I charge them $4.20. So, you know, but work out. So usually, you know, say your cost is $2 to make a soap, then you would double that and charge them $4. If you're in Australia, like we're in Australia, we have GST on our tax. So it means we have to charge them, say this was $2, it's not, it costs more, but say it was $2 and then we charge them $4, then you need to add on another 10% to cover the GST, which we have to give to the government. So yeah, that's generally how wholesale works. It's double your cost. But there's nothing saying that you have to, like my husband's company, they only give 30% off retail, and that's their wholesale. So because, you know, you might not have a big enough gap in making money. So if you were going to make a soap, for instance, that cost you $3, you're not going to charge them a small amount. You might say, well, sorry, you've got to pay $7 because it's an expensive soap, or it might have a fragrance oil that's really expensive, so you might have to charge them more. So, yeah. Fort Worth, Texas. Hello, darling. How are you, Dottie? Welcome, my love. Welcome to our Aussie Sunday chat, where it's before lunchtime here. And it's still warm. We've had a few days of cold, but it's warm. But I have to, while I'm on here, give my love to everybody in the floods. Australia has a lot of floods in 2 different states. So, there have actually been people that have passed away from the floods. So, yeah, my big hugs to all of you. I know what it's like. I've lived in some of those areas, and my dad used to live in the tropics. So, they have huge floods. If you're not registered for the GST, no, you don't need to add it, Bronwyn. Only if you earn over 75K a year do you need to collect GST legally. So if you earn under that, you don't need to collect it. For me, even when I started, I just applied for the GST because it means that any product that you've paid GST, you can claim that back too. So it kind of helps you. And I just think in the end, you don't know what you're going to earn. So imagine if you didn't do GST and then you ended up earning over that amount. So once you start getting more customers, even if you're going to make, say you make 40,000 a year, I'd start looking at the GST, because the next year you might make 75, and then you've got a problem because you've not collected it over the year. So, and say you make 75 in a year and you didn't collect it for half of the year, you're still got to pay GST on that, because you should have been charging. So, you know, like, talk to your accountant, because I'm not an accountant, but it does make it a bit messy. So for me, I just decided from the start, just charge the GST. You just pay it back to the government. That's just the way it works. So if you collect it, even if you're earning under the 75, you must pay it. So you do. So obviously, if I collect $2 GST from a person, that goes to the government. I cannot keep that. So yeah, so it's a bit tricky really, but you know, talk to your accountant and see what's the best idea. But that was the advice I was given from an accountant. It's better just to sign up, have it done, and it doesn't become messy if for some reason you go, you know, viral and you sell heaps of stuff, because that has happened to many people too. So like I said, so we've talked about all that, haven't we? And this is the one thing too. People always say, how do I learn more? How do I get into communities? Like, how do I get my stuff in front of people? The one thing I'm going to say is you need to join communities. Like, I know we all kind of go, oh, I don't have time, but you got to make time, you know, like go to things like trade shows, community events, you know, that talk to people. Don't be selfish. Give out your details. Don't be scared to give out your recipe, because, you know, if you have a good market, they can take the recipe. Doesn't mean they're going to be as good as you, or make the product look as good. So don't ever worry about that. And you know what? There's always going to be competition. So if somebody is buying my soap, for instance, and then tomorrow they go to another company and buy that soap, I shouldn't be upset, because that customer can buy wherever they want. It doesn't matter. They, you know, so this is the one thing I'm going to say. Don't get upset with your competition if your customer goes somewhere else, because number one, you might not be giving the service they want, or the product's not what they want, or they just simply want to try out another product. So we can't be greedy and selfish and say, oh my God, they're buying somewhere else. You shouldn't be like that, because the customer has the right to buy anywhere. And I've seen lots and lots of people carrying on about that. Yeah, that's right, Ronwyn. And this is exactly why I started this. She's just saying that lots of Facebook groups won't help. I'm not on many Facebook groups. I can't stand them. Facebook is not my jam. I say it all the time. Even for the conference, one of the ladies that's helping me in my little committee, she is going to be doing the Facebook, because it's not my thing. The advertising on Facebook, like, you know, just sort of showing people what we're doing. And that's the thing too, everybody. Well, yeah, great, Ron, when you should. And Ressa, yeah, that's exactly right, love. You know, I just said, look, my dad was such a beautiful man, and he always said to me, he used to call me Ronnie. He said, Ronnie, don't be selfish. Just, you know, give your advice out. Don't worry what people say. You know, they're not you. Oh, thank you. You're a love. And, but this is exactly why I started this channel, because I wanted to help people. I wanted to say to people, you can do this. Don't worry about the competition. Seriously, don't. Yes, I have, Sue, but I am going to give one more virtual winner in a minute. So just so that if anyone doesn't know, Jess Booker has won the physical ticket for the conference. And as I said, if there is more physical tickets, if somebody can't come, I will have to give one away because they've already been paid for during the week. And now this is the next person that has won a virtual. So if that is you, which is EO Candle Co., and that was from Insta. Another winner for a virtual is Lisa Garnett from YouTube. So Lisa, if it's you, you just need to contact me. And then, can contact me through here because I need the email so that I can send you, obviously, the link. So on Tuesday, the links will go out for everybody that has a virtual ticket. But at the end of this, I will give one more virtual ticket away, everybody, just to be nice. Thank you, Sue. That is so lovely of you to congratulate them. Yeah, and I mean, look, the virtual tickets are still available if anyone wants to buy one as well. But please do remember that no physical ones, that they have closed. Next year is going to be an amazing event. So, and next year I have a very special prize that we're going to give away. So I know people are going to love it. So as of this year was our first year for the conference. So it's only one day, but next year is one day of learning, and the second day is guest speakers and a gala evening event where everyone's going to dress up in black tie, and it'll be a full dinner catered for and everything. So every year after that will be a gala event. Yeah, that's so lovely, Kelsey. And that's the thing too, sometimes, when I see people say, well, why would I give you my recipe? And I think, really? And I understand if somebody, sometimes they've spent a lot of time and they don't want to give the recipe. But even if you don't want to give it, you don't need to be mean. You could sort of even direct people and say, look, I know this particular YouTuber or this particular place or blog, and, they give away recipes. You can always forward someone to somewhere else. I wouldn't even say that you didn't want to give it away if someone didn't want to. Like, you can just literally say, hey, this is a great place you can go to get that recipe. And if I don't have a recipe someone wants, I'll always try and send you a link or send you something so that you can go, okay, that's how I can get that. Because that's what's important, everybody, don't try and always make money, and collaborate with other people. You might have a recipe they want, they might have one you want. Maybe you could collaborate and join together and swap the recipe or swap items to see what their items are like. I've done that before. Yeah, some of them are really rough, Debbie. I 100% agree with you, lovely. And it's really hard because, look, Runwin, don't get me started on mean people. I mean, my dad and I used to always say, God, if everyone was nice like us, and we used to always have this chat and say what a perfect world it would be, because people are so mean sometimes, and it really does upset me. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, but I just think, why be mean? I mean, it takes so much energy to be spiteful, really. I mean, don't even bother. I mean, just go, if someone's going to be mean, let them be mean. I mean, don't worry about it. And if someone's mean to me, I will get upset for a few days. But after that, I just move on and I go, okay, well, maybe they're not a very nice person. So, you just got to surround yourself with positive, nice people. Watch YouTube channels and channels like that are nice, that are there to help you and are not just there to be greedy. Yeah, that's so nice. It really is nice. But and I agree, Bronwyn, sometimes you think, oh, well, I'm going to help someone else, and another Karen or Tracy of the group comes forward and says, oh, that's not good advice. And I always think, oh, just go away. It's just so annoying. So the only Facebook group you'll really see me on is Sud Off in Australia. I don't really go on many others. Yeah, thank you, Ronwin. And, and that's the thing. A couple times I've thought, should I do this Sunday chat? Does anyone even want it? But then I have so many people saying, oh, I just need that positive Sunday. So, yeah, it does make my day. So then I think, okay, I'll keep doing it. Because I think what am I going to talk about? You guys would be sick of my voice. Oh, my crazy Aussie accent with the husky voice. But you know, people always say, no, I love it. So, you know, I do enjoy the Sunday chat. So if I'm going to pep up one person's day, if I just make one person feel better, I've done my job at the end of the day. And, you know, I am a pretty confident person, but I didn't come from that confident place. That's what I want everyone to understand. I did not come from that. I was a very shy, introverted person. But, you know, as you go along and you just learn, you get a thicker skin and you just really do. Oh, that's so good, Debbie. I'm really glad. I'm really, really glad. And look, I've even had people say mean things to me like, you know, I'm greedy because I have a Patreon. But they've got no idea the amount of work it takes to run a YouTube channel or a Patreon channel. It takes a lot of work. Like, honestly, it's a full-time job for me. Just editing videos, making videos, doing live chats, giving worksheets. You know, obviously now I have the conference. Like, it's a full thing. But at the start, I was really upset. I cried when somebody said that I was greedy. I was very cut. But, you know, then my husband said, look, it's just because you're gentle, they're just jealous, just don't even do it. And then I thought, well, I'll keep going with the Patreon. If people feel like it helps, great. If everyone left, then I'd be like, okay, maybe not. But, you know, that's the thing. At the end of the day, you know, you've got to be realistic. And one thing that I will say as well is, you know, when I put all the recipes just on YouTube and I didn't have Patreon, I love my Patreon. Thank you, lovely. Oh, my energy. You're so nice. Yeah, and, you know, like when I first did Patreon, I really did honestly think I will do it because it actually helps. It gives me money to buy more products or to get a better camera because I film everything on an iPhone. I can't afford a good camera. I actually don't own a camera at all. And that's the thing too. Oh, that's exactly, Heather. You're right. And that's what I say too, you know, you don't know what someone else is going through. And I mean, I've had some private messages of people. It is like cooking, lovely. It is. Yeah, and everyone should share. But as I was saying, I had some private messages of people that have had some really terrible things happen in their life. And, you know, they've said, look, you actually stopped me from doing something stupid. So if I've done that to one person, I mean, my heart is full. Honestly, my heart is totally full because, you know, we just don't know. Life is really hard, as we all know. I mean, there's depression, people go through terrible events in their life. And if you can just help one person, it's so, so worth it. Oh, you think my Patreon's amazing, Sherry? Thank you, my love. Thank you. I really do. I really do try. And you know, I've had people say, do I want to do some cheaper, you know, options on there? I will put a $7.50 one, and that will just be for recipes. So if you just want the recipe, cost you $7.50 a month. But I think that is in American dollars, not in Australian. So so if you're in Australia, it will cost more because our money's not worth as much. So anyway, but I will be popping that one on there. So if you just want the recipes, sometimes I will give a recipe. And if I make a soap, for instance, and I don't give the recipe, you can always go back on YouTube and see my other soaps because there's recipes on there. You're just still going to get the whole idea on how to make it. But I needed to do Patreon because honestly, with YouTube, I don't even earn $500 a month on YouTube. So it's like I earn it's around about $100 a week. So it's not a lot of money for a full-time job. Like I said, it takes about 40 plus hours a week for editing, taking videos, making things, cleaning, and all the stuff involved. So that's not much money to be paid. So that's why Patreon does help me actually be paid enough to make videos, because as I said, you know, making even these, I mean, it costs money to make them. And I also do one workshop a month on Patreon, so you can go on there and I'll give you the recipes before and then we make it together. Oh, thank you, Carly. You're an absolute darling, saying I'm such a lovely person. I mean, look, you are who you are, aren't you, everyone? But, you know, if you're a bit of a sourpuss, maybe just think about it and just realize it'll make your life better if you just try and change that around. Because, I mean, look, I'm not a wealthy person, but I always say that I'm wealthy in love and happiness because I just try and always laugh. You know, of course I have sad times, but try and see the fun, everyone, and just do a job that you love. Like, I love doing YouTube. I love helping people. So anyway, that's my little positivity chat for the day. So I think that's important. But as I was saying, if you want to sort of get better at things, definitely go to like trade show. There's lots of trade shows. If you actually join, it's free. In Australia, if you're like a main business, a lot of these trade shows will give you one ticket for free. So, you know, try and sign up and see. Some of them cost money, but there's even local community ones that cost nothing. And it will help you. You can give out your business cards to people and talk to people, and you never know where your next candle sale or soap sale is going to be. It's the same as like the conference I'm doing. Join in that. Yeah, Michelle, I am always a full person. But, you know, even like in my conference, so for instance, I've had people sending me images because I said on my Patreon, if anyone is happy for me to use an image, I'll put the image in the booklet and your name will be credited to your image. Now, that is helping people, and that's what we will be doing. There's no charge for that. But going forward, you know, we will. I mean, some of the big companies that will be advertising next year will pay money to advertise, but generally, no. Like if I'm asking to use your image where we want to talk about soap or candles, people just send it, and that's how it works. Oh, Mark, thank you, Mark. You and Trish love my Patreon. Yeah, I think it's done really well. I'm happy with it. Look, even if I had 10 people, I'd still do it because, you know, you basically earn the same amount of money with 50 people on Patreon as you would on YouTube. And you know that they really want the advice because they're paying. So, and I just believe that that's just the way it is. So anyway, like I said, make sure you join things, make sure you go into things, make sure you support other people on Instagram, you know, always be watching their reels because you might be helping them and they're going to help you. It's just like a cycle. And like any business, you get into a community and then there'll be a community of, so if you rubbish one soaper, honestly, other people are going to tell you back again. So, you know, everyone knows everyone. Even if you're overseas, the amount of people that have said such and such overseas said this about you. Oh, thank you, Christine. You're so nice. And you know what? While we're on this, everyone, I'm going to say this, and I think I've said it before. The thing is, when I started my journey on making soap, making candles, I never, ever in a million years would have thought that I would have, you know, I think I have like close to 13,000 followers all up with, you know, all my different social medias, which isn't a lot to some people, but in Australia, that's a lot because it's hard to get followers here. But I never thought I'd have a YouTube channel. I never thought I'd have people following me on Instagram and Facebook because I started with 2 followers. I mean, that's the thing. I started on YouTube, and a lady, Kim, who often watches me, she watched me from the start. And she was like, yeah, you know, you got 20 people. And we were that excited. I mean, I don't know Kim except for on YouTube, you know. And she was so excited for that. And then, you know, now she sees me over 4,000. So you just don't know everyone where your business is going to go, or whether, I never thought I would be more mentoring, but people seem to like that they want my advice on that as well. Yeah, Bronwyn, I do understand. From Virginia. Hello, Marie, my love. Welcome, darling. And, you know, I actually live in a town I'm in Warragul, which is like, it's in Gippsland, which is far out. It's an hour and a half, probably an hour, 40 minutes from the city. It's quite a distance. So it's the same. If I opened a shop here, I wouldn't make enough money. So, you know, so you have to depend on online. But to sell online, it means that you need people to see you on social media. So even if you're in the middle of the country, in the middle of nowhere, you can still sell your products, but you just need to be clever. You know, maybe you might want to say, okay, don't get posts once a month because you live rural. That could be your selling point, that you live in a rural area, so everything's organically grown and so on. Oh, thank you, Marie. That's so nice. So that's what I want to say, everybody. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter if you live in a really small house, a caravan, wherever. As long as you have a kitchen, you can make everything clean, and you can, you know, go by sanitary rulings that you should go by in your country. You can do this. It just takes time. And I'm not going to say that you're going to be rich in a year. You're not. Let's be honest. It takes 5 years for any business to be successful, and it may not work. but it may. And that's the one thing too. Most companies that are wealthy companies, the reason they're wealthy is they just kept going. They didn't give up. The ones that gave up, they could have been there. So, and I actually know somebody that gave up on it was actually, what do you call it, like a stone, you know, like how they have like the quarries, the stone sort of thing. He actually owned one. And then he thought, I'm getting into too much debt. And he just thought, no, I'm tired of it. The company that owns that now is a multi-million-dollar company. And that's the thing. He got out of it and couldn't be bothered. Someone else took over, and then that's worth money. So this is the thing, everyone. Time is what you need. I know we don't want to hear that because you want more money this week, but it takes time. You're not going to make money in 10 seconds. So anyway, that's what it's all about, I think, and that's really what I wanted to talk about more than anything. And as I said, please understand, if you're buying a ticket for the conference, we do not give a refund unless we cancel the conference. If it's cancelled or moved, of course you're entitled to a refund. But other than that, no, because you bought a ticket, and, you know, when you buy a ticket, you understand you're coming to the event. If something tragic happens, please let us know. We always will move your money to the next year so you don't miss out. But if you're cancelling a ticket for this year, it can't happen because they're all paid for. Either way, we've already had to buy your ticket. So just to let everyone know that that's how it definitely does work. Now, I'll tell you, next year, as I said, is the gala event next year. So we're going to have some really amazing prizes. Some prizes can only be won by physical guests because obviously that's going to be a large gift that we'll be giving out as well. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. That's so nice. Thank you. I really hope that I have been helpful. And I do have videos that have palm oil and some that are palm free. So depending on what you want to make, you can see videos with the recipe. Go look back in the sort of a bit earlier, and you'll see some palm ones if you want palm oil, certified palm, of course. But yeah, so if you want to look at that. With soap at the moment, I haven't done heaps of soap, except for next week. I do have a video out that will come out on how I made this one, which is my new rainbow soap. So yeah, so I will talk about that, and I show you how to you know, make what's called Russian piping, which you can put on soap. Because when I have some things left, I often do Russian piping, and then I can use that for another soap if I do a rose one or something. So, and like I said, we have done the tickets, but I'm going to do another virtual one so that somebody else may be able to win. Oh, no problem, Elizabeth. Yeah, check them out, love, and always ask me a question. I always come back on and answer your questions if I can. And like I said, if you want to join Patreon, of course you can, but I do give recipes on YouTube because I know that not everyone can afford Patreon, and that's fine. That's no problem. You know, I appreciate anyone on YouTube or Patreon, because it all does help me, doesn't it, going along. Oh, but now let's just quickly talk about next year. So it is going to be a day event and a gala event. So it's a 2-day event next year. Tickets will be on sale. They are actually on the website, but we will actually, so if you have a virtual ticket or if you have a physical ticket, you will get an early bird sale to be able to buy a ticket discounted only for 1 day, which will be on the 21st. So you can actually be able to get that one as well. And the one thing to everybody that is important, next year, the prizes, I'll tell you a couple that I have already lined up. Next year, we'll be giving away a KitchenAid, a stand mixer, KitchenAid next year. We'll also be giving away a 10 kilo box of shea butter, a 15 kilo box of soy wax, and what else? Oh, and we'll also be giving away 2 tickets, 2 physical tickets to the conference. So also this year, what we're going to do is you'll win 2 tickets to the physical for the next year. If you're lucky, if you have a ticket now, you can win that. If not, if you don't want that one or you're living in another country, then we will give you 4 virtual tickets so you can share it with your friends. So anyway, that's what's going to happen. So, but, you know, there'll be more prizes coming up, but and of course, remember, each supplier gives you something, so which is really good. This year they'll get a box and so on. Yeah, it's going to be huge next year, Heather, and it is a full gala event. And there are tickets that are already sold for 2023. So we can only have 80 in person and 100 online. We don't really want to go over 100. But anyway, like I said, we will do one more. So this is for a virtual, everybody. So there'll be 3 virtual ones. So I will just open up this little one. So Elizabeth Wagner from YouTube, you have won a virtual ticket. So if that is you, Elizabeth, make sure you give me, just send me a message, because I will need your email. Make sure you send me a private one, your email, and then you will get a link for the conference, and you will also get the booklet, the e-booklet that comes out, and you are in the winning to win up to $5,000 in prizes for this year. So that's how it's all going to work, everyone. Hopefully everybody is excited about winning them. Oh, that's you, Elizabeth. I'm glad someone is on there, my darling. I'm really super duper glad. So look, stuff it. We'll do one more. So we'll give away 4. Okay, so this is the last one I'm going to give away, everybody, for YouTube. So if this is you, I'm sorry, everybody, if I cannot pronounce this name. So if this is you, you have actually won also. So send me your details, everybody. So it's from YouTube. I think it's Smither Gua Perez. I probably said that wrong, and I'm sorry if I've said it wrong. Yeah, oh, okay, Elizabeth. Yeah, so my email, Elizabeth, on here, and I will pop this at the bottom. But it's AUST, which is AUSTSCC@gmail.com, and that is the conference email. But I'm going to, when I end the video, I will pop that in there so that everyone knows. So yeah, welcome, and welcome to our first 2022 conference for those winners that will be there. So you will get to see the guest speakers, the workshops. There'll be a candle workshop, a soaping workshop, and then you will also receive, a week after the conference, you'll receive a recording of the whole event. And the recording will also have interviews when we interview people during the day. So that's why we need another week to edit the whole thing and pop it all together. So it'll be a very long one. It'll be like 6 hours of recording. So hopefully you're super duper excited on that, and I will do a few little snips on YouTube for people that don't have a ticket to see how exciting it is. But if you want to come to 2023, like I said, it will be a gala event, and we do give away awards for the best bath bomb, best soap, and best candle. So this year somebody is going to win that, which is super duper exciting. And if you're a ticket, you know, it doesn't matter, everybody, if you're a ticket in another country or in Australia, you can still enter, and we will actually send you the award in the mail. So, yeah, so that's what it's going to be. So, but you will see all of that, which is very, very exciting. But I will have more information on the website because I'm working on it at the moment. But you can always go onto it, which is AustralianSoapingAndCandleConference.com. All the links are in lots of my other videos. So make sure you go and have a look. So like I said, there is 4 winners today. So I'm just going to go over the winners. Remember, these are the virtual. So Elizabeth, as she knows, she's on here. You are one of the winners for today. Smither, you are one of the other ones. So this is you. And I'm sorry about my bad writing, but, you know, last second. Lisa Garnett, that is you. So if that's you, Lisa, make sure you contact me on the email that I'll pop on the bottom. And what's the other one? Oh, and EO Candle Co., which is from Instagram, you have also won. And the physical ticket, the person that is coming in person for the full day, that is totally catered for the guest speakers and so on. This is you, which is Jess Booker. So if it's you, Jess, you have won the prize. So, which is very, very exciting. But like I said, I will actually pop that on for everyone so that you see. Oh, you have your physical ticket for next year, Sheree. So lucky you did, lovely, because we actually think, even a couple of the speakers think next year will be big. So next year we are going to give away KitchenAid as well, which is super exciting. I mean, who doesn't want to win that? So, but the KitchenAid can only be won by physical guests, because obviously it's such a heavy item to be able to send somewhere else. So, yeah, unfortunately, I'm sorry, everybody, but that's you have to be physical to be able to win the KitchenAid next year. So, and that'll be, like I said, a big gala event. And it's going to be a black tie. So we've got big candelabras with ostrich feathers coming out and some just amazing fun things for next year. As well as, like I said, the prizes will be the KitchenAid. There'll be a 10-kilo box of shea butter. There'll also be a 15-kilo box of soy wax sent out. So anywhere in Australia, these can be sent. I will be talking to Deluxe Shea to see if somebody wins that, if we can send it around the world, because I know they are global. So they may be able to do that. You may be able to win in another country. And also there'll be tickets, $900 ticket to be won as well. And that ticket, like I said, that ticket is for the conference for the following year. So every year we're going to have a gala event from now on. But this year is the first, and it's just a single day. But anyway, thank you everyone for listening. I will let you go because it's been an hour, and I'll see what my husband's up to, because we on this Sunday we are organising everything for the conference. So I will not be here on Sunday. There'll be no Sunday chat next week because the conference is coming up in 8 days' time. So it's not very long, and I'll have a lot to do this week to organise everyone. Anyway, see you next time, everyone. Bye for now.